Winter is showing two very different faces across Canada today, with spring-like warmth in the west and deep Arctic cold still holding on in the north. Let's break down the national weather pattern and what it means for you over the next 24 to 48 hours. Right now, the warmest spot in the country is White Rock in British Columbia, where temperatures are pushing close to 12 degrees. At the same time, the coldest air is locked over the Yukon, with Ivavik National Park sitting near -38 degrees. This sharp contrast tells us a big pattern shift is underway. Starting in Western Canada, British Columbia continues to sit under mild Pacific air. Vancouver and Victoria are both hovering around 10 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. The heavy rain from earlier has eased, but clouds will stick around, and patchy drizzle is still possible along the coast. Inland areas like Prince George are cooler but still above seasonal levels, sitting near 4 degrees with cloud cover. Across Alberta and the prairies, temperatures remain surprisingly mild for mid-January. Calgary is near 5 degrees, Edmonton around 3, and Regina and Saskatoon are just above freezing under mostly clear skies. This warmth is being driven by westerly flow and a ridge of high pressure, but this will not last long. Cooler air will begin to push south later this week. Manitoba remains mild as well, with Winnipeg near 3 degrees and mostly cloudy conditions. Roads are generally in good shape, but watch for refreezing overnight as temperatures dip. Moving into Ontario and Quebec, we are starting to feel the transition away from the January thaw. Toronto sits near 1 degree under cloudy skies, while Ottawa is just below freezing. Montreal is right at the freezing mark. Light snow is being reported in Quebec City and Thunder Bay, with occasional flurries possible through the day. This is just the beginning, as colder air builds in behind a weak system. Northern Ontario and Quebec will see more persistent light snow, especially near the Great Lakes and higher terrain. As colder air strengthens midweek, lake-effect snow bands could become more organized. In Atlantic Canada, conditions are quieter compared to the weekend storm. Halifax and Fredericton are mostly cloudy with temperatures below freezing. Light snow lingers in parts of Quebec and Newfoundland, while St. John's remains mostly cloudy near -2 degrees. Winds have eased, but colder air will continue to filter in. Up north, winter remains firmly in control. Iqaluit is dealing with light snow and drifting snow near -10. Yellowknife sits near -15 under cloudy skies, while Whitehorse is mainly clear but cold at -4. These regions will stay locked in Arctic air for the foreseeable future. Looking ahead, the mild pattern across the west will gradually weaken, while central and eastern Canada prepare for a return to colder than normal temperatures. Several weak systems could bring periods of snow, especially for Ontario, Quebec, and the snowbelt regions. In summary, enjoy the mild air if you have it today, because winter is regrouping. Arctic air is lining up to move south, and colder, more wintry conditions are expected to dominate much of Canada as we move deeper into the week.